Alright, hello and welcome. So, today we're going to talk about Carrier and why so many people use Carrier and can't stop using Carrier, and why Carrier is just so prevalent and why people ask for a universal vacuum so much. And the basic reason is that Carrier provides a convenience that makes the game better for, like, let's say 90% of people. You can count on Carrier to pick stuff up for you when things go through walls or fall off the map and that kind of thing. Carrier can still grab them. Like, maybe there's things that you didn't even know were there. He's picking them up off the ground. He's getting stuff to you without you having to specifically, like, walk into the wall and grab the little thing off the ground and do all that. So it's not really Carrier that is the thing that people like about Carrier. It's just vacuum. If we had an option to just equip the vacuum just into the, like, companion slot, not even with Carrier. You're just equipping the vacuum portion of Carrier and you don't get any of this other shit. There are a lot of people that would probably opt for that, just to have vacuum, because of how it makes the game just better in a lot of ways, by not forcing you to, like, look at the ground and make sure you're picking up every little thing in a game that is fast paced and about moving around. Because, example, let's say you have an area like this. There's a reasonable amount of areas like this in the game, and there's plenty of areas that have high ceilings that aren't like this. If you kill a bunch of guys in this, like, central zone here, or, well, no, if you're in this central zone and you kill guys over here, let's say, and their drops are all, like, obviously on the ground. It's like, well, there's a mod there and there's some energy that I need, and maybe there's a health pickup that I need too. Well, that means it would be better to, like, go down here and, like, walk around and grab everything. That's really annoying, doing that on a large scale. Whenever we have this, like, we can do this shit. Our characters are capable of such, like, large and high quality movement that it's really annoying to be stuck to the ground, basically, because drops are on the ground. Like, they're just like, I'm better off just running around like this, minus Carrier. Like, I guess I'm just on the ground. Like, there's no reason for me to do all this, like, high flying cool shit that we can do because we're fucking space ninjas. Like, there's no reason to do all this, because if you do this, you don't get drops unless you have Carrier, because of his large pickup range that makes going through the air and stuff way, like, you can just do this. Like, you can rest assured that whenever you bullet jump over a couple of drops, like, you're gonna get them all. And it's having that assurance is better than all of the other companions. Like, having that is just better than all of them. And this is kind of risen to the top because of Kavats being released, and Kavats being really fun, and they look really cool, and everything about them is, like, pretty appealing, and they're kind of a higher cost companion than all the other ones. Like, they've got a pretty high cost to them. Just, like, initial, like, input is pretty large, but they're not worth it. And, like, even, like, I myself, I really like the Kavats. I've been using them a lot. I formed mine and stuff. But there is this constant pull that I don't want to, like, use my Kavat, because it would be really nice to not just always be having to, like, oh, I'm looking at the ground, making sure I didn't miss any mods. Did those mods fall through the wall? I wonder if I can rub my head up against this wall and get that mod through the wall that it's stuck in. And, like, those things are constant. And I'm constantly pushed back to Carrier. And the reason for that is because he just offers a convenience. He offers a game-improving convenience that suits the game at the pace that it goes at. So while my cat being able to, like, give me red crits for a while and, like, do all this great stuff, like, oh, you get double energy pickups and all this other stuff, like, you get free abilities for 10 seconds. All that stuff is really cool, but it's stuff that I can do without, because just getting the things that I'm, like, getting as drops from enemies is just hugely beneficial. And, like, while this stuff might be nice, in the moment for like fighting dudes and stuff, it's not even like coming close to like overshadowing the convenience stuff, because none of the stuff that Catastrophe does is a convenience. It's just bonus. And that's kind of the trend with all of the companions. Like, what does Death Cube do? Well, he can kill dudes. I mean, I can kill dudes. I can do that already. So I mean, I can kill dudes. I don't need a companion to do that, when like an alternate option is to like pick up drops and stuff for me and make it so I can parkour around without having to worry about it. Wow. Diriga, very similarly, he can kill dudes, also more stunning and at a larger range. Again, I don't really need that. I can handle the murder, so I'm fine without that. Jin, he draws enemies in and does like a stun. Well, I'm kind of already handling all of the crowd control and stuff I need to do, and if I'm not handling that, I probably need to improve on that, as opposed to using Jin when I could be using a convenience that makes it so I don't have to pick everything up off the ground. Helios is about as close as it comes to Carrier, but he's very, very niche because he scans stuff for you, which is awesome. For my purposes, as someone who wants to complete their codex, Helios is great for me. A insane amount of people, like, you wouldn't believe this, but a huge amount of people don't really give half a fuck about the codex. Like, getting those scans does not really meaningful to them, because they're not the people that are going to come to the simulacrum and be like, oh, I'm going to test this and do all this other type of stuff and things. They don't like care that much about having the scans of these enemies, because it just doesn't matter that much. So while Helios is nice for those people like me, he's not really offering anything crazy. The general thing that he offers is like his unique weapon, and from Samaris, that the scanner mod that lets you do some more damage, which is kind of whatever. It's like a less good convenience mod because it's not something that a lot of people care about, and it's something you could definitely do on your own. Shade, making you invisible for a little while. That's fine, but it's not like like none of these can compare. Like a knockdown in an area and stuff like that. It's nothing can compare to the convenience of Carrier. Like, no matter what you're doing, as long as it's not just like a convenience thing, then what the hell? And even Kubros are markedly kind of tankier Sentinel on the whole. Like, you got the invisibility Kubro. I don't remember the names of the Kubro breeds, unfortunately. The invisibility Kubro, markedly better than Shade, I would say. It's more expensive. It has upkeep. There's all that stuff that goes into that. Markedly better than Shade, I would say, definitely. Worm, you have the it's like the tankier style Kubro. God, I don't remember what the name of it is. It can roar and like terrify enemies and stuff, and it does some crowd control around you. It's harder to kill. It's got good attack power and stuff. I would say that's probably markedly better than Worm. We don't have a scanning one because obviously that would be very weird for your dog to be able to scan things. As for attacking, you've got the attack dog Kubros. I think there's 2 breeds of them that are basically just attack dogs. Like, you have all these things that the dogs can do. And there's an aside to Carrier for the dogs, but they're not. It's not Carrier. Like, it's basically Carrier, only inefficient, and just runs around and misses things because it doesn't fly around and just do it in an area around you. The dog has to pick things up. That's just worse, because like all we are really looking for when we say we want a universal vacuum is we just want a big pickup radius around us. Like, that's what we want, because the pickup radius as it stands right now is pretty terrible in Warframe. Like, this is how close I have to be to an item. Or here, we'll do this so we can show it better, because it drains. This is how close I have to be to an item and pick it up. In a game where I can fly like fucking 30 meters off the ground, this is really, really pitiful. Like, having to get this close, and like obviously in the simulacrum, this makes sense to have these kind of contained to these pickups so you can control what you've got available to you, and that stuff makes sense. For these little pods here, and like in Conclave, this pickup radius makes perfect sense. But whenever you're killing hundreds of enemies, it's like, oh, I gotta pick up all these things. I gotta grab the ammo off the ground. I gotta do this. Like, restricting you down here, like, it's like, oh, I gotta make sure I pick up all this shit off the ground. That's not, like, fun. The super fun part of the game is, like, flying around, shooting a dude, like, just going, doing everything. Like, the combat stuff is what you are focusing on, or want to focus on at least. But whenever, like, some things drop, you're like, oh, let me go over here real quick and just, like, really slow down the game and just pick some shit up. And it's really unfortunate because there's a really easy solution. There's a lot of ways to do a solution. There are many, many ways to do solutions to this problem. And the main one, obviously, is the people go, well, what the hell would Carrier do? What would Carrier do instead of having Vacuum? Well, see, the secret here is in his name. His name is Carrier. So instead of picking stuff up for you, what if he could carry excess ammo, excess energy, and excess health for you, and then give it to you whenever you need it? That would make him still very good, but also would let everyone else have Vacuum. And there's a lot of ways to also go about having the Vacuum effect be for everyone. And I'm personally of the opinion that they should just remove the Vacuum mod from the game and give it to all of the Warframes innately. Like a worldwide passive, every Warframe has Vacuum, and then in the options you can go in and turn it off if you want to. Just super simple, everyone has it, but if you don't like it, you can turn it off. I think everyone could be perfectly happy with that, and it would make a ton of sense. Alternatively, if DE would like to incentivize players to always have a companion, if it's like, well, we'd really like you to choose Carrier, or have a Kavat, or have a Death Cube, or have a Helios. We don't want you to go in without a companion. We'd like to incentivize you to bring a companion. Just make Vacuum a mod that can be put on all companions. And while I personally think that would be just a required mod on companions, like you would just immediately, that's the first thing you would slot in. It's like Animal Instinct is right now, where it's like, we'll put Animal Instinct in there, put Vacuum in there. Okay, now we can think about what else we're putting in this. That's how I think that would go, personally. But that's great incentive to have a companion, and I could see where they could come from with that. That makes a lot of sense. But it's just... the community has been constantly asking for this for a long, long time. A long time. And we know that Carrier and Carrier Prime are so by far the most used, by so much that it is just an eclipse upon all of the other companions. And it just, like, it's an improvement to the game. Like, Vacuum is just a thing that makes the game more fun. And it's baffling to me. I don't know. They've addressed it, like, once, and didn't really say a whole lot about it, honestly. It'd be nice to have it at least addressed again, because it's just unfortunate. Because I'm always pushed back to Carrier. Because I just don't want to look at the ground and pick up drops. And while I think the, like, Kavats are awesome, and they're super cool, and my Kubros are wonderful, I love them, they're great. They're exactly how I want them to look. They're big, wonderful, fluffy dogs. And they're, like, awesome cat things. And I like how Helios looks, and I like Death Cube even. But there's not, like, a reason for me to choose those just for, like, how they look. Because I don't even really care about any of their effects that much. Whenever Carrier is an option, that just makes the game more fun and less of a chore. But yeah, that's Carrier. Probably should have done this video a long time ago, because it's kind of a heated topic. I'll see you guys tomorrow.